I always get a laugh at when you see this Patton show that he showed him and his entourage and everything coming into Palermo. Well, that was about 3 days after we had already been to Palermo and moved out.
Hello, hello, and welcome once again. J76NY here, and welcome back to Greentree Games Burden of Command. We are working our way through Sicily as Nickle Company. We took a lot of casualties in the last episode. We've got combat fatigue. We are down our most liked squad leader or platoon leader. That would be Lieutenant Wilson. He was killed in the last episode. One thing I did notice at the end of the battles, there is a bit of dialogue in between some of the characters. I usually end after the battle just because my battles take kind of a long time, but that starts the dialogue for that. So if you're wondering post-battle of Monte Chiaro where the dialogue disappeared to, I hit the stop recording button, and the dialogue started, and the episode was already really long, so I decided to leave the dialogue part out. I'm going to try and figure out a way to include that. Hopefully these episodes aren't all hours and hours long, but if I can include the post-battle dialogue, I will. Moving forward, we've got a lot of casualties we have to replace. We did get a minor victory for the men and a major victory for the mission in the last battle, so we've got a decent amount of prestige to work with here. Problem being is we're going to lose a lot of experience when we do that. Like first squad here, they've got a ton of casualties, and their experience is going to drop quite a bit. They don't have experience, but I want to get these guys down to where I can manage the casualties here. This would be reduce stress by 1 at a cost of 2 loyalty, so we could do that. We can't really do anything. What's this here? Unit XP represents. We can increase the XP, 2 loyalty, and 2 prestige. Is there anything I can do to drop their stress? I think it costs too much. I'm 5 prestige. I could put some. Oh, here we go. That's casualties. 3 prestige here. Oh, I guess I can't. Yeah, I could undo the changes. Oh, I know. I mean, more replacements. I'd like to get rid of the stress here. But I could increase. Oh, Dearborn. His experience a little bit. I'm just going through and trying to get these guys a little bit of experience. Get Lieutenant stir up some experience here. Alright, I think that's about it for this. So we're going to move on with the campaign here.
But thought ourselves good. We hadn't met the Germans yet.
August 8th, 1943, Sicily. You look over your left just in time to see Crosley fall back, shattered fingers, scrabbling for the red wound in his chest as he crumples to the ground. It's just you now, you and the enemy. You peer out over the lip of the foxhole at the dark outlines of your attackers, lit by the muzzle flashes of their rifles and machine guns. They've gotten closer, 40, maybe 50 yards away now. It's only a matter of time now. You fire back, but the pop-pop of your carbine is drowned out as the enemy return fire sprays your foxhole with a storm of debris and lead. No sooner does the shooting end do you hear the pounding of boots on pavement. They're getting closer. Before long, they'll be right on top of you. I'm out of options. I surrender. I am not giving up. If you're not familiar with Burden of Command, I can link to the playlist at the end of the episode. You can go back and watch how Nickle Company developed so far. It is a tactical leadership RPG where your choices matter in terms of how your men react in battle and to you. So I'm not giving up. You keep fighting, firing back with your carbine until it clicks empty, but the enemy doesn't let up. They advance closer and closer. You switch to your 45, but soon enough there's no more bullets for that either. Thunder. Something picks you up and throws you out of your foxhole like a irate child with a least favorite doll. The next thing you know, you're flat on your back. Your ears are ringing, staring at a drunken, staggering sky. Figure looms over you, a man in olive drab, a pistol in his hand. It takes you half a second to realize that you are looking up at a spitting image of yourself. What the hell? This other you raises his pistol with a cold, vicious smirk and points it at your head. Sorry, Captain, he says in your voice, but men like us, we don't take prisoners, do we? Time seems to slow as he fires, and the muzzle flash envelops you as your whole world shakes apart. You wake up to the hazy gray blue of the early morning, and the sight of First Sergeant Grant hovering over you, tin cup in hand. It's 0500, Captain. Time to get up. You wipe the sleep from your eyes. And I just had a monkey song pop into my head, which I will not sing for you. Grant hands you the cup. It steams with promise. Warm aroma wafts from the metal cup as you take it, and your eyes widen when you realize that the mug in your hand is full of coffee. Real coffee. Patterson found it. Your first sergeant explains. Morse claims he saw it fall off the back of a Jeep. I'm Betty Grable. And you believed him? He stole it, didn't he? Now, did you brew this? If it's good, then yes. If not, blame Morris. Suspicions are put aside until after the first sip. Your objections evaporate as the warmth travels through your limbs and toward your extremities. I will enjoy that coffee. I got caffeinated 3 times. Coffee, coffee, coffee. Sweet. Showing final Allied plan, May through June of Operation Husky, as we work our way through Sicily. Coffee does indeed help, but not as much as you'd hoped. Even after you drain the cup dry, a twinge of pain lingers in your joints. Nickle Company has been in motion since Palma de Montechiaro. Most was on foot, some at a trot. For 3 weeks through Sicily, you've sometimes managed 30 miles a day. Trucks have broken down, jeeps got busted up. Colonel Heintges has even briefly mounted the battalion on donkeys until General Truscott caught wind of the old cavalryman ordered your outfit to stop putting on airs. Right now, you can feel every damn mile. What are you calling me a liar? I think I missed something. You turn to find him and your company's other officers over on the far side of the fire pit. You really think they'd do that? Thompson asked. He's the new guy. Eyes wide in feline curiosity and dogged worry. I mean, gosh. Would they even be capable of that sort of thing? Surely there must be some mistake, Dearborn replies pensively. They are a civilized people, after all. I find it hard to believe that the race of men who gave us Luther, Wagner, and Heidegger would do something so barbarous. So you are calling me a liar, Stern shoots back angrily. Well, maybe when we take some prisoners, I can beat some proof out of them. That'll show you all what's what. Them. Some are too nervous to call them by name. Ever since Palma, Italian resistance has been nearly non-existent. 5 days ago, that changed. The advance stopped cold just short of a high ridge rising out of the sea. Outfits from the 15th and 30th Infantry Regiments came trickling back with stories about men in field gray coats and coal scuttle helmets with tanks and artillery and machine guns that never stopped firing. Them. The ones you call all came here to fight. The Germans. MG-42s, lots of them. The Germans built their squads around their MG-42s. They might as well have built their war around the weapon. And they have a lot of them. A single MG-42 can spit out over 1,000 rounds a minute. Those who fought the Germans in North Africa call it Hitler's buzzsaw. A single well-placed weapon that could and did pin down a whole company. I would love to get my hands on one of those and just let it rip. I do believe that there's places where you can do that, where they have actual World War II weaponry you can sample. Anyway, put that on the bucket list. And from an immense range, too. With a tripod and telescopic sight, it can lay down a stream of fire accurately from well beyond effective engagement range of any of your weapons, except for mortars. A squad of replacement men tromp past. Their officer, a compact lieutenant with a carbine slung and the red, white, and blue bullseye patch of a depot officer still on his shoulder, barks a crisp order. The marching men salute you with their rifles and passing as if this were a review. They'd make good targets for Sergeant Grant notes quietly. Shots ring out. The marching men scatter. Some throw themselves to the ground while others ready their weapons as they spring for a nearby trench. You turn to find the compact lieutenant's carbine, the weapon now off his shoulder and pointed downrange. Oh, that's what I get for trying to do this after working all day. Yawn, yawn, yawn. What is this? He demands of the soldiers on the flat field, his outrage made harsher by the hard edges of a Pomeranian accent. You hear what is an American weapon and you throw yourself to the ground? Do you think perhaps that the enemy who your comrades are firing at will treat you better if you let them work you over with mortars or machine guns? Next time, I expect you to react properly. Take up your weapons as you run to cover instead of lying down to die. Now fall in. The men on the ground pick themselves up with sheepish looks. Let's call to the officer. The lieutenant slings his carbine and strides over to you. He comes to a stop exactly 6 paces in front of you, his boot heels snapping together as he delivers a crisp salute. Rao, Lieutenant, formerly of the 23rd Battalion, 2nd Replacement Depot. I believe you are now my captain. Hell of an introduction. The squad finally reassembles. Rao glances over his shoulder. Is that this guy? Yeah. He looks mean. Looks like a badass, doesn't he? Rao turns and barks in order to take... Oh my god! Bad idea trying to do this now. No offense, Luke, but... It's got nothing to do with you or the game. It's yeah. Alright, well, continuing on. Even for a break, it sounds like blah, blah, blah. So you're German. You handled them well, which he did. When did you leave Germany? Someone said you were a German officer. Welcome him to the company. When did you leave Germany? 1938, a long time ago. Though, not long enough for some. Someone said you were a German officer. I was a major before. The answer is yes, I was. You handled them well. I would hope so, Captain. 5 years, I was an infantry officer in the Deutsche Heer, the German army. So you're German? That much is obvious. Was German, Captain. As he taps the metal US on the lapel of his uniform. I have a new country now. Yeah, welcome to Nickle Company, Rao. With Wilson gone, the Army has decided that First Lieutenant Rao is in charge of 2nd Platoon. The men may, of course, disagree. The rising roar of an approaching Jeep pulls you out of your thoughts. The little olive drab vehicle kicks up a trail of dust as it speeds towards you, screeching to a halt just a few yards away. You in charge of Nickle Company, Captain? The driver shouts hurriedly. Colonel Heinzes wants to see you as soon as possible. The Jeep whisks you along the side road and up a shallow ridge. Below you see the tents and campfires and slit trenches. And beyond, in the still dark haze of the early morning, you hear the sounds of distant gunfire. You find Colonel Heinzes standing at the top of the ridge, binoculars in hand. Mount San Fratello. He waves you over as the Jeep comes to a stop. You see that hill over there? The damn thing is kind of hard to miss. A gigantic spur of rock raising up out of the morning haze. 1st and 2nd Battalion, 15th Infantry jumped off on the attack. 40 minutes, the battalion was stopped cold by heavy enemy fire pouring down from the ridge. That's Mount San Fratello. The colonel explains, jaw tight at what he sees. From there, the Krauts can overlook every single avenue of advance from here to the coast. Half the division's been beating their heads against the damn hill for going on 5 days. Is that our next objective? Shakes his head. General Truscott knows better than to double down. Colonel's finger shifts, pointing away from Mount San Fratello and out into the blue waters of the Med. 2 hours ago, 2nd Battalion, 30th Infantry made an amphibious landing about 10 miles down the coast, behind the enemy lines. The idea was to give the Germans a real boot in the ass, make them think they were in danger of being cut off, spook them into retreating, maybe even surrendering. I'm sensing a catch here. Is it working? And you just want to tell me how well things were going? Is it working? If it were working, we'd already be on the road. Navy must have gotten turned around in the fog because they put our landing force ashore in the middle of the enemy instead of behind them. Wow, that sucks. Now they're the ones who need help. Let's see. No matter what. Uh-oh. You have to make this work. Focus. Likely German infantry platoon. Thompson, Wilson. 60mm mortars, 30 cal. Dearborn. Wilson's dead. MGD. At 0600, 3rd Battalion will be pushing up the coast road with divisional artillery in support. Our goal is to cross the Egano River. I'm assuming that's this. Advance through the town of San Agata and link up with our landing force before they get overrun. I want Nickle Company to lead the way. The Germans are thin on the ground, but expect them to put up a real fight. Time is short. What do you want from Met? We should contact... Request a recon mission. A direct line to our... Artillery. Good idea. The divisional guns won't have direct line of sight on your attack, so they'd be mostly guessing. Unless you could give them some eyes. I heard what happened in Fidala. If you're wondering, in Fidala we got shelled by our own people. Good hunting, Captain. You return to Nickle Company just after 5:30. You brief your platoon commanders, get your men awake and fed, and give your critical equipment one last check before finally forming up. Is message from Battalion Capitan. Sparks. They send men in with phone and wire for divisional artillery. Yes. Grant breathes a sigh of relief. With a direct line to your support guns, accuracy and response time should be improved. The men are ready to go.
What's
All
next,
right.
Captain?
So what do we have to do? Withdraw disabled. See what we have to do here. Capture at least one objective. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Capture at least 3 objectives for a draw. 5 objectives, 8. 8, really? Where's the 8th? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, okay. I missed one of them, I guess. All right. Major victory. Nine and 19, 0 so far. All right. Enemy sounds. Okay. Possible movement. Enemy sounds. All right, so we got these objectives that we have to take, but we've got enjoyments in the way. There's one here, here, right in the middle of the road. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What am I missing? I gotta be missing one of them. 1. Oh, there it is up there. All right. So we are a little spread out here. Let's get these guys moving. I'm going to move them down a little further. It's quiet as your men advance along the coastal road. The air, a litany of anger draws your attention at a roadside orchard. A rotund farmer in rough homespun wool leans out of a farmhouse window. His bellows and very Italian gestures rebuke a cluster of your men as they fill their packs with fresh oranges and lemons. Fresh fruit. You and Grant watch more and more Nickle men abandon the advance to avail themselves of local produce, even in the face of orchard owners and passionate protests. All right, but keep them moving. No delays, get them moving. Morale. Gains 2 morale but expends all orders. Let the men pick their fruit. Captain expends all orders. Squad will get moving again. Trust -10. All right. They can pick their fruit for now. After what your men have been through, they could use fresh produce. If the locals have a problem with that, then maybe they shouldn't have backed a tyrant like Mussolini. Your superiors probably wouldn't like that, not officially at least. All right.
Got any whiskey on you?
Got any whiskey on you? All right, so that squad... I'm going to take these guys through the road. It's going to put them under fire, though. I don't know. I wonder if I could creep. Creep. All right, I'm going to creep these guys forward. All right, and Dearborn's the only one that's available. Let's have him creep up a little more, too. All right, he's going to move in on this right here. Stern and his... all right. Let's, I don't think they're suppressed. Yeah. We can try and rally them. Or bolster, I mean. Did that not work?
Brace those MGs!
Wow. I guess that did work. He can't creep. I don't want to cross through open territory, but I got to get at least part of the way up here. Yeah, they were spotted here. All right, do we have an MG?
Hitler's time is up.
All right, Stern used up all his orders. Yeah, now the rest of his squad can't move. Unless I take command myself, which I'm okay doing. Possible movement. Let's get the mortars up here, too. I don't like these guys out in the open like this.
Hey, Kaugummi-Soldaten!
There we go. Got sighting. All right, let's have them creep.
Stay low!
Oh,
Außenfeld, kaputt!
there we go. We got more of them out here. Okay. Alright, so we got the majority here. I'm going to end up using up all of Jay's orders. And then we should be able to get... Is this an open spot right here? Doesn't look it. And then that would put them right in their line of sight, unfortunately. Oh, hello. All right. Can they see? I can. What about here? Good. Okay. Oh, the mortars didn't move. Just the mortars. All right, now Jay's out. Kind of wondering if there's anything up here. We should fire a...
Halte drauf! Haltet sie in Deckung!
Let's recon by fire.
Let them have it!
Kind of surprised there's nothing there. All right, we got to get your squad up there, bud.
Come on.
Yep.
Los, weiterfeuern!
All right. Recon by fire? No. I gotta get this other... Oh, I guess he doesn't have another squad. Thought he had another squad back here. Maybe I accidentally moved them instead.
Das ist ein Heimatschuss!
All right. So we got a decent amount of... Our line's decent up here that we could do something with that. But I think that's it for the first turn. So we've got threats here, here, here. I think there was something down here too. MJ up here. Kind of wondering if we have line of sight up here. All right. All right, take command.
Pick it up!
Probably should have fired on them first. See, do they have line of sight? The MGs? I don't think so. Yeah, they don't. What about you? Nope. You? Nope. Yeah.
Feuer!
Oh, it took 3 casualties there. Jesus. These guys are completely suppressed down here. So is Stern. Let's get these mortars up. Actually, can they fire on these guys? It's not a mortar. Oh, it is a mortar squad. Yeah. So Dearborn's the only one that's doing okay down on the bottom of the map here.
Willkommen zum Krieg! Das ist ein Heimatschuss!
Yeah, they're completely pinned down. We got all this open ground we gotta cross.
Los, weiter feuern! Das ist ein Heimatschuss! Haltet drauf!
Yeah, these guys literally can't do anything at all. Gonna have to rally. Or, yeah. There go all his orders. I don't really want to advance him into...
Rosenfeld, kaputt!
Failed weapons range. I really don't want to... All right, let's see what Dearborn can do. We haven't moved Stern either, so... All right, we took a couple of them out. Outranges all of our weapons except mortars. Pretty sure that's all he's going to be able to do. Okay, Dearborn. Wonder if he could... Yeah, no. Looks like there's yeah, we got MG42s all over the place. I can't let's get you up. Then we're gonna creep. On the slopes ahead, in the shadow of a low farmhouse, distant shapes burst into motion. Family's torn wool clothing. Achtung! Die Amerikaner! Yeah, that's
Amis, Feuer!
German MG right there. Another one. It's going to put him right into... Let's do it. Go, Dearborn.
Das ist ein Heimatschuss!
Why are they shooting at me from way over here? Not cool. I know how they're shooting at me from way over there. All right, so there's an MG here. Ooh, hold up. What's happening here? Oh, that's the MG. I don't know why it shows me their movement points. All right, 2 of 17. These mortars. No spotter line of sight. All right, he's got to get up.
Never give up.
Well, that didn't work. What about now? Do you have spotter line of sight? Should. Skip, 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 skip. We can actually fire on these guys. What about these guys? Yes. No spotter line of sight. No spotter line of sight. Really? Alright. They have line of sight on me.
Haltet sie in Deckung!
Oh, they lost 2 members of that squad.
Deckungsfeuer!
Here, too. Alright. Jay, can you call in artillery? What happened to the whole... Ah, here we go. Call in artillery or air support. What about off-map artillery? No. All right, rally them.
Ready for more?
And they lost all their orders. Take command of the squad. Shit odds. No, you can't. Shoot.
Willkommen zum Krieg!
What the fuck? So where's my off-map artillery that I was supposed to have?
Rosenfeld kaputt!
Lost all his orders.
Das ist ein Heimatschuss! in Deckung.
All right. Bolster.
That's the way.
Oh yeah, brother. Still shit odds.
Let's get going. Fire!
Fuck. They get nothing. Wide open. It is wide the fuck open. We gotta move forward though. Here we got machine gun positions here. Creep up one. Oh, there's more. I don't think I can move anybody either. Got Dearborn. Maybe we could take out this one machine gun position.
Los, weiterfeuern!
All right, Dearborn, move in on the south. Let's see if we can. All right.
I trust I may rely upon you all.
Go get him, Dearborn. Oh no, come on. Really? Charge. Too far. Imagine that. Pin him down again.
Das
All
ist
right.
kein Austria.
See how we do. Taking out one machine gun position.
Wir gehen nach Hause. Wir gehen nach Hause.
Track their movements. How am I supposed to do that? Through memory? Well, they're pulling back. Probably a more defensive line that I can't touch, but... Alright. Yeah, they're definitely pulling back. I don't know. I don't like the way they're going, but they're pulling back. All right. Uh-oh. Try not to get killed,
Das ist
Jay.
dein Heimatschuss.
I think he just bolstered himself.
It's a hard fight, but we've seen worse.
Okay. They can't do anything.
Captain needs everyone, now.
Too far, fuck. There's your one order.
Deckungsfeuer.
Well, this is going great. Yeah, they're up on this ridge, and I can't do jack shit against them. Where's my off-map artillery?
Willkommen zum Krieg.
20 minutes later. I know. Okay. I feel like we have to close the distance, but it's just asking to get killed. We got nothing. Nothing. That's the best right there. Got one machine gun squad. That can't move. That's just stern. Okay. Wow. Not even close. My guess is they're back on this ridge lane now where
Deckungsfeuer.
they all fell back to.
Nicht verteilen.
Oh, hey, I could actually do something here. That would have been nice to know. I guess I'll stop them from shooting at my... at my guys. All right. Well, this is a rough introduction to the German fighting force here. Dearborn, it's your time to shine, buddy. Let's bolster these guys here. They got low morale. Good chance we'll take it, though. Well, okay. I guess not. Go get him.
What the hell?
Are you serious? German machine gun doesn't let up, even as your men spray the farmhouse with suppressive fire. One of your fellows goes down, then another as the enemy weapon spits rapid-fire defiance. Finally, a pair of your men reach the house. One kicks in the door, only to be thrown backwards by a burst of submachine gun fire. The survivor hucks in a grenade. Windows shatter and smoke rises up. He rushes inside. A rifle cracks out twice, and the German MG fire falls silent. A moment later, two women and a gaggle of children stagger out the door, eyes red and wide with terror, bleeding from countless scratches. Your men let them pass numbly as the potential cost of the assault begins to sink in. The way ahead is clear for now. Wow, look at all that shit popping up. Secure the occupied farmhouse at San Fratello. We got a German machine gun squad. Or a machine gun. Somehow. Alright, well, let's move up. Yeah. Okay, this is the first objective here. There's one directly north of us. This position up here is turning out to be a real bitch. And everybody that is lined up in the center to cross over this ground is very, very pinned down. So, anyway, that's going to do it for today's episode. Wow. Welcome to the war against Germany. I'm just looking here. We got another MG here. The positions are here. Yep. Yeah, this is going to be a tough nut to crack here. If you like the episode, hit the like button. If you have any thoughts, tips, or advice, leave those in the comment section down below. If you would like to follow along here through Burden of Command, hit the subscribe, and we'll pick this up again in the next episode. We've got 12 turns left and a lot of ground to cover, so it's going to be a tough fight, but I think Nickle Company can handle it. J76NY saying thank you very much for watching and have yourself a very good day.